Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooter's gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. Grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight, we will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight, yeah. We are heroes tonight, we will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight, we will fly above the sky. We are heroes around, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through? In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you,
feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Fearless.
close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the
Hi, I'm Coach Abhishek. I welcome you all to 13th Chessbrainz Club Arena. We have Coach Neeraj with us. Hi, Neerav. How are you doing?
Hi Abhishek, I am Coach Neera Vishal, Arena International Master. I am privileged to join I think it's the 12th, right? 12th Chessbrainz Club Arena. Yes, and I am excited to stream and analyze the game of the students.
Actually, it's 13th. Let's get started.
Ah,
So,
oh, okay.
we haven't got a request till yet. So, we can take, let's start with the top board. Okay, he's not paired yet with anyone. Yeah. So, let's take on the first game of Bombastic Turtles. Bombastic is playing from white against Rajinder Singh. They are playing from black. And what is your take on this position?
Actually, I think White is doing great in the position, but they just forgot that the B2 pawn is hanging. But still, even if Black captures the pawn on B2, White should be doing fine after Rook C1. Or maybe Knight B5 stuff is there to watch out for.
Yes.
Center is getting.
Oh,
They just
so the d4 pawn moved on d5, and this was basically a discovered attack on the black's queen. Black failed to figure it out, and they just went on the pawn, and white ended up winning a queen. So I think players should play a bit slower, but I think this competition seems really good. And we need to see how this game progresses further. There have been some exchanges in the time I was explaining.
White is winning clearly. Just simplification is required. Yeah.
Not even simplification. I mean, I would like to gain advantage on the centralized king of the black, right?
Yes, by
I mean,
maybe castling and then bringing the rook.
yes. Can white think of queen c3 in the future?
Queen c3, queen f6 looks attractive. For sure.
So the knight has got a tempo on the queen, but I think queen c3 looks really powerful in this position.
Yes.
And then they have to move the rook, and then the queen can just infiltrate in the black's camp. Then the knight can come around and not bad. Maybe bishop can cover it for the time being.
Then d6 is coming.
But d6 is then unstoppable. So it means they need to move the king on d8, right?
Exactly.
Okay, black just needs to work with opening principles in order to get a good position for themselves.
Exactly, that is very important.
If the dark square bishop moved on this diagonal, for instance, we have the idea of pawn d6, queen e7. I mean, that is there. Then position seems quite okay, but black needs to understand.
Knight g5.
Black.
What about
knight g1 is also, knight g5 is also a good possibility, but white managed to get a fork. I think black is new to the game, so they need to play a bit slower when you are new, so you can give your time and come up better with stronger moves in the position.
Exactly. Right.
Yes. Now I want to see how the black is going to hold this position and for how long they can hold. That is going to be one of the biggest questions in this position.
Yes, that is for sure.
Is there any counter attack they can do for the time being to save?
Rook a4. Rook a4 if they capture.
How about queen e6? Okay. I mean, knight is falling certainly. Queen takes c5, coming with the tempo on the queen.
Yes, but then they can defend the bishop.
I mean, no. Let's say bishop takes, and then if they let's say blocked with something, then there was idea of rook e8 as well.
Right. But they will
because
just
white should also. Yeah, they're going to move, but still, I think the rook can come with the tempo, right, on the king at least. Right. At least the pieces can come into the life.
Bishop c5. Maybe.
Bishop c5 should be an idea right now. They
Uh-huh.
can't block because we just take, and if they move, still I think position is okay. I think so. Viewers, what is happening in the position? I'll give you a quick glimpse. Both has left their king in the center, and castling is a technique by which you can make your king safe. Both players have missed, and now both are running into early threats on the board over each other's king.
Right. Okay.
Okay, white has finally castled, which is a good sign for them. Oh,
Oh, now it's completely winning.
now I think white is just dominant here, and I mean yeah, it's gone.
And yes, bishop e7, either d6 or queen f6, both are good.
Both are good, yeah. I mean, queen f6 could have been better, no?
Yes, direct checkmate.
Direct checkmate, and plus you attack the rook as well. No, but
Yes.
either ways, after attacking the rook, even it's a mating threat that is unstoppable. And if either ways, it was a winning position. Okay, we can head
So
to a different game.
So my question to you, Abhishek, was in general, how should the students they should manage their time? Because time management, it's a blitz game, so 5 minutes are there. How should they give their time to the opening principles, middle games, and end games?
So 20% of the time should be allocated to the opening. The 40% of time should be allocated to the middle game, and the remaining 40 can be allocated to the end game.
Exactly.
Because opening is something that you bring as your home preparation, so you can just spam it down even if you want to. And then for the middle game, end game, it's completely a psychological battle between two players. So they should to utilize their skills. Definitely, it requires a bit of thinking and then play. Is that a blunder? Rook takes
No,
f7.
it's a deflection. It's a deflection, right?
Deflection. Okay. Okay. That's cool. I mean, white should be finishing this and we can head to a different game. I'm sure that white is winning this. We are going to take on our first request. So we are getting a request for Athvik.
Yes.
Athvik is playing from the pieces of white, from the black, and Sanvi is playing from the pieces of white. There is a minute rating difference. And when we look at this position, we see that black is currently a pawn up. Both players have developed properly, but white seems a bit passive.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
Bishop
black is
d2.
trading because, yeah, bishop d2 is an idea. And the main point here is rook infiltrated. Two minor pieces are better than one major piece, right? Especially against a rook, two minor pieces are really good.
Especially when the queens are on the board.
Yes, the queens are on the board. So there can also be the idea of, bishop f4 and then threatening sort of a back rank stuff or something.
Exactly, that can be there.
Yes. Knight can centralize in the future. There's a lot in this position actually, and this is going to be a really fun endgame to watch out for. Oh, wait, what? Okay, that's a check.
Knight.
Knight can come.
Knight e.
I believe knight is a good option. Even though knight can get pinned, I'm not denying that, but then
Yes, then the checkmate threat from black. Queen e1.
checkmate threat is like too strong. After like queen f8. Oh, is it a mate? Queen
Yes.
e1 is a mate. This is what I was trying to just explain to the
Great game.
viewers and the
Great game
audience.
from
Yeah,
Athletic. Right.
great game by Athvik. We can head to a different game now. We are getting the next request for Rudransh.
Mhm.
So Rudransh is playing from the pieces of white against Top Master. They are playing from the pieces of black. And Top Master has a rating range of 1774, which is a quite high, right?
Yes, but it should not matter when we are playing the game at the moment.
I mean, yes, but in reality, that shows his experience and the skill set. Apart from that, right now, yes, white should just ignore it while playing. That's completely a thing I would like to say to students. But yeah. But black
In
hasn't
fact,
castled though.
but white can't take advantage right now at the moment.
Yes, their pieces are passive, right? They're still on the first rank.
Yes. But
The rook should be on the open file. Yes.
Suppose queen comes to a4 and queen a8, some stuff can be played like that. Queen a4, queen a8, and then fork
Yes,
can
there
come.
is a high possibility.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
what
oh,
just
have
happened? Has
they
the black
calculated
blundered in
something?
this position?
I think it's a
Maybe they
good
might have.
sacrifice.
Yes, there's rook h2 coming on the board now, and the but still, like the queen can hold here.
Rook h1.
Hmm.
Rook.
Oh, queen takes
Yes.
f1.
Even rook takes f1,
Yeah,
and
king d2 is the only option right now. And after king
uh,
d2, what do we see? Takes. Wow, what a brilliant
too
attack
fast.
by top master. Yes, faster and accurate. That was a good one.
Yes.
That's good to see. Yeah. We are getting the next request for Isyan. I just need to confirm the username once. No, I can't find. I request to write down the Isyan's complete username so we can reach to his profile. In the meantime, we can take the game of Viraj. Parents, we
Yes.
want you to write the username, Leech's username of your kid in order to find their name quickly and help you with their game. So
Uh,
Viraj is playing from the pieces of. Oh, two Viraj are playing against each other. What a
uh,
coincidence.
oh,
Viraj
Viraj.
A is playing from black. Viraj Bhosle is playing from the pieces of white. What is your take on the position?
My take on this position is actually we covered this thing that if the opponent plays queen h5, then we are supposed to put the knight on c6. So exactly the same thing is played by the kid. Knight c6, and then knight f6 we
That's
are done,
true.
and knight d4, and then forking ideas.
Yes. And black,
Okay,
white is currently behind in terms of the development because they
exactly.
move their same piece a lot of times. So that is costing them, behind in the race. Hmm. I mean, for black, this is a very fruitful position. You just quickly get your own king out of the center and start a strong attack in the center against the white king.
Yes. Can I add one thing here?
Yes,
That
please.
many players plays knight captures e4 instead of bishop g4. Many of them plays knight captures e4. Yeah, and generally that's a very good tactic. Oh, queen is blundered. Yeah,
The queen
and
has
then
been
fork.
lost. Yes.
Yeah.
I think this was but I think white could have like got anything easier to stop that, right? It was
Yes,
not much
that's
difficult to defend. White needs to take a bit of more time while playing. If you are
yes,
not
very
sure
big.
about your move, okay, losing to the time might be okay, but try to at least end up losing in an accurate position so that when you
Yes,
look at your game, you should at least know where you have exactly lost. Under the time pressure, even if you are good, your skills won't be showcased.
exactly. Right.
Yes.
Uh,
Wow.
Fork,
I
royal
think
fork.
black is just now bringing, yeah, some action on the board. I think this game is like obviously winning for the black in this position because they have a queen and white doesn't.
Yes. White was lacking the verification of moves. Actually, at this level, verification of moves will lead the students to win like more than 50% of their games. Before playing their move, if they verify it, then it's going to be superbly better. Yes. Oh,
There
yeah.
is now queen takes g5 after this, and even queen takes d5. Both are a good possibility.
Sure.
Okay, this has got an, we can say this is an exchange. Wait, yeah. What did white do by the way here? No, this was not expected from the
Very,
white. They can
yeah.
play slow.
Simplification is not expected here for white.
They should try to keep more pieces on the board in order to, make the game complicated for the black. Even though black has a big advantage, but if you keep the game complicated, you still have to think like a lot. You have to play like a lot of moves in order to still complete it into a victory. And in
Yes.
that complication, the person who has the advantage can still go wrong because complication is going to make the things difficult eventually.
Yeah.
So that
Exactly.
is recommended here.
So here, two pawns are hanging, right? G2 and A2.
Yes. G2 is hanging, A2 is hanging, and I think black can still think of, just moving the pawn and try to get a discard attack over the knight.
Exactly.
For white, they need to somehow look after their king safety. They need to get the rook and bishop into the activity. If they want to at least increase the survival of for their king, that is like bare minimum they need to give on the board right now. Not bad. At least this tries to like trap the knight,
Doing what?
and your bishop can come on the fian shadow.
Rook must be
Okay, it was
protected.
meant to fall.
Hmm.
So can the rook go in the center? But the knight is also hanging at the same time. How do you save yourself from this fork?
There's
Yeah,
no other
after queen,
possibility.
now the only ray of hope for the white is to, yes,
Push the pawn.
something like this. Yeah. Rather give a free pawn or something, like put the pressure at least on the pin pawn or something. But either ways,
Hmm.
the king needs to move. Oh,
Yeah.
if black can somehow manage to get the queen here, that's a mate. But how?
Even they can just sacrifice Rook C1, Rook C1, King C1, Queen C3, King D1,
Yes,
but not
that's
right
a
now.
playable line.
Hmm.
And this is easy now. For black, it doesn't seem difficult. White is actually trying a counter attack, but their own king can run into a mate.
Bishop E7, maybe. Should be tried.
Bishop to d7.
E7, E7, right? From
Okay.
white.
They've decided to take and make a fork here. I think it's a high time. I think white should go for some checks. Black should go for some checks right now.
Yes.
Your
It should
pieces
be.
are active. Just go and check. Yeah. Just go with the streak of checks. Automatically, your opponent will run into a trouble. They're trying to escape as much as they can. Hmm. Yes.
King
This looks
G5.
now even you can fork if you want, but the bishop is there yet. I think this is now lost for the white here.
Sure. Queen H5.
How about a pawn check? King can go there.
Pawn should take an
They took a pawn, but their rook was hanging. Okay. But
rook
black has a
F6.
lot of time. I'm wondering the kid has 4 minutes and 41 seconds. They should just be calm and try to find more accurate moves. Even though you have
Yes.
more material, still try to maintain your accuracy that you have did from the beginning of the game. Hmm.
Queen A3. Actually, the main problem is hanging the pieces is a major problem in the earlier stages. If we see all the kids, even if we see ourselves when we was a kid, the hanging pieces problem was the most important. So if my student starts playing the games, what I personally do, that a session of 10 minutes a game where the target is to just not hang a single piece, right? That is the thing I do to minimize the this blunder of pieces, because and also the time management, how much time you should take at which point, that will help a lot. Otherwise, if these mistakes do happen, then the game is not going to be as expected.
Basically, even I do this activity with my students where we do the first blunder loses. So me and my student plays a game, or I pair them with a level 2, level 3 computer, let's say. And then the side who makes the first blunder just loses without a checkmate. And when we do this, the kid only plays for the sake of not doing blunders on the board, not hanging down their own pieces. And that's how, the
Right.
kids get a significant improvement out of the progress, is what I have done
Same thing
in
I
this
do.
journey. Yeah. This can immediately minimize this problem. This can be helpful to the coaches. Yeah.
Stalemate trick? No.
No, I think black won't leave the checks. That's the biggest thing. And now
F6?
why black needs to understand. Black needs to understand they are doing well, but they're taking so many moves. Uh, they need to know how to go back in the position. Yeah, this is fine. Let's
Was
take on
good.
the next request now. Good game. We are getting the next request for Dev. So Dev is playing against Jay. Dev is playing from the pieces of white. Jay is playing from the pieces of black. And there is a minute rating difference right now. So both are neck to neck competitors right now. And when
Yes.
we see the kids are yet in the opening phase, and what we see, the kids are developing pawns in the center, the kids are
Good.
developing minor pieces.
Yes. That's great.
It's good to see this because this gives you that stability to start the game.
So here it's the normal four knights line, right? Castle and then d3,
Yes.
bishop d5, and knight d5 is the idea of white. D3, bishop
Hmm.
g5, and knight d5 to put pressure on the play.
Correct. Black need to come up, let's say, with pawn to h6 in this position so that they can prevent the pin, or they need to find some creative approach. Maybe bishop e6 can be one of those ideas to stop the knight from coming here.
Right.
Okay, they
Uh,
have gone for h6. This is a hook pawn, but ideally at this level on which these kids are playing, this is acceptable because you don't want to run in that early pin as you stated. And then this line is just too strong to handle at their level, right? So
yes.
I think it is recommended to go with something like pawn h6 or maybe pawn d6 and then bishop e6
Uh,
can fix that problem, because after bishop takes and after pawn takes, this just takes down the square where the knight has ability to jump even if the white manages to get a
right.
pin.
And when they would get improved, they will go to the higher level. They will even know the line of bishop c5, pawn g5, where black doesn't castle, and black plays long castle at some point.
Yes, those things will also come into their career sooner or later.
Uh,
But now we need to see, like, they're still taking time in the opening, so that's surprising. I'm sure they must be prepared for all these moves. Yes.
Great move, pinning.
Yes, it's a good it's a good move right now. There's unpin. Hmm. Position seems okay for both the players right now. They're developing, they're looking. I'm sure they should castle right now.
Yes, castling is very important at this level.
Oh wow.
Uh, if they play c3 and d4, it will be like great appreciation. So black played first.
But black is coming with an a bit slight of aggression in the center. Pawn
Yes.
takes, knight takes. This is looking like the classical variation of the Scotch game, but reversed.
Pawn is blunder.
If queen takes, I think black can give it a try, but okay, yeah, pawn is falling. But after queen takes queen, okay. Oh,
It was even better.
knight takes. Yes, that's true. Hmm. Would you prefer white to? I mean, if you are playing white, are you going to prefer castling short or castling long?
Actually, if I had to say, first the f2 pawn is hanging, so I would play f3 and then long castling maybe is the best idea because rook will directly come into the play. So it's
Yes, and yeah, that's correct. I mean, now what is white going to do? That's the thing. Like, generally, the idea in the middle game is to centralize your minor pieces when the queens are off the board. So
yes,
you can centralize your minor pieces. White has already did one of them. Black has also did a couple of them, if you notice. And black is trying to do something. Now both players needs to just increase their activity on the board. This comes with the tempo. So I think white is looking slightly stronger here.
yes, that's true.
Even if you manage to, let's say, eliminate one of the bishops, okay, a good move by black here, not giving a bishop
Bishop
for a
g6.
knight.
No, bishop g6 was a blunder, right? Because of the pin.
Oh, yes, there's a pin. The b3 bishop is pincerting the f7 pawn to the king. So if the bishop goes on g6, the knight can take and the pawn cannot even
Yes,
take back.
very tricky.
Yeah, good observation. I just completely missed it even. I think now rook e1 can be one of those ideas in the future for white.
Mhm.
Rook e1, then maybe knight d7 because of this knight is poorly placed right now.
Yes.
Knight e7 provokes this, then can we pin this knight in some way and then try pawn f3? There, rook there, pawn push.
Yes, if knight goes like knight goes to d6 or g5, then knight d7 is a good move for white.
Oh, at the right time, they have connected the rooks.
Black is
Good
losing a
presence
pawn.
of mind by the black. Yeah, they are losing, but that is better than the tactic that we discussed right now.
Yes, yes, exactly.
And the pawn structure is even collapsed. Even in this position, I think white should be okay trading down and entering an endgame, right? Because
Yeah,
even
endgame
if your
should be
opponent
middle.
has, yeah, because you know, if you have weaknesses and even if we go into an equal endgame, but if you are carrying the pawn weaknesses and if you have just a decent king pawn endgame, you can still manage to outplay your opponent.
That's for sure. Uh, Maybe just f3 and just exchange the pieces. A7 pawn is also hanging at the same time.
Yes. What is going in the black's mind? Is he like looking to go do knight d2 or something? Knight d2, but okay, knight d2 is there, but then you eliminate, and if the pawn takes, then black is not going to win the c2. White is simplifying the position. But this brings
Yes.
that rook into the activity here, and then we need to see how these kids are going to. Okay, they are going with this.
Maybe just bring your h pawn, h5, h4, h3. Aggressive way, one of the aggressive ways, and
Black
try
can
to
look
just.
for a counterplay, and for the white, there is a direct passer along the a file, right? So for white, it's just just and rook is fortunately behind that pawn if you notice this. So you just like roll that pawn also, and the black is automatically going to be under the pressure. While the square of promotion can be covered by the bishop, on the other hand, the f3 is beautifully covering the square e4, so it
It's a very important point
helps
here.
the bishop.
So can we talk about the pawn capture? Which pawn we should capture back with?
We should
Of
capture with the c2 pawn.
right, and the fact is not only the because the bishop is targeting the pawn. The reason also is we tell our kids that we should bring the pawn center, but because it's the end game, you want your pawn at the corner so that it can promote at a better speed. Yes, that's also the point.
Yeah, like the rook pawns are better than the bishop pawns, right? Because
Yes, exactly.
in the end game, if you enter a king pawn end game, it will be difficult for the opponent to catch a rook pawn because the distance is going to be way more, right? As compared to a bishop pawn, and the king is going to be closer, and maybe the golden square rule can also be applicable there.
Black is making a comeback. It looks like.
Yeah, black is getting that activity. Again, this pawn is even hanging right now, so black now looks, I think, slightly better. Because if you see all those advantage that white had during the middle game has just vanished. It has completely vanished. And we see a beautiful end game right now.
Yes, very interesting one.
The rook end
This
game. Yeah. Rook end games are all, definitely something that is worth watching. But one factor that can contribute to the result here is here the black's time. Black is just having like 48 seconds right now in the clock. And rook
yes.
end games does needs accuracy, not the speed but accuracy, and precision is required here. So white might fall short. Black might fall short
Pawns
of the
are on
time
the
here.
same side. Pawns are on the same
Yeah,
side. So maybe it's possible to hold this position comfortably because the pawns are on the same side.
same side. So it can lead to a draw, right?
Yes, it should.
Hmm. For black, they can simply like gain a tempo if they want over the rook. And black rook is well placed, cutting off the white's king, right? I
Yes,
think this
it's
is one of the
perfectly
important ideas as well in these sort of endgames.
right.
Black is slowly and steadily running into the time pressure now.
Yes.
Well, good time management by the white here, because they, even though their middle game to end game transition was not super smooth, I'm going to say, but still, at least they have the
F4.
time for the right phase of the game now.
Yes. I think they have misplaced this endgame somewhere, like pushing the h4 pawn and now f4 pawn. White.
Yes, that's true.
Black should have given a check, but because they are at the time pressure, they played it quickly by g5.
Yes. Okay. This looks like a draw to me right now.
Yes, now it should be a draw because only one pawn is left.
Yes. But still, there is one thing to see, that the kids are fighting. Even if
Huh.
they, even if they're aware that this sort of rook endgame can lead to a draw, they are not offering draw to their opponents, and they are still, hoping that if my opponent goes wrong, and then, I'm going to just pick up my opponent in their mistake, because even let's say white knows black is under the time pressure, so they can go wrong. And we have seen such type of fighting spirit by Divya when she was playing her opponent in the Women World Championship, right?
Yes, exactly. The rook endgame
I see the
situation.
same thing right now. The kids are not even offering draws on the board, and they're like consistently trying to go for the win. That is more important. You should have that fighting spirit. At least at an early level, you should not think about draws or anything. Just go for a complete win, even if it seems like a draw. Hmm. I genuinely want to go on the next request, but I cannot just get my eyes off this particular game, because it is so exciting that I cannot just get my eyes off. So I'm just waiting to see how the players make, what the players are going to make out of this position.
Maybe some flagging ideas White is waiting for.
Or
Uh,
maybe threefold repetition or something, because the kids are trying their best to hold on. Both of them, not only white, but also the black, even after being in huge time pressure. Otherwise, if black knows, they could have given a draw or something. They could have at least asked for it, and we can see that if that happens. But black is also not ready to agree for a draw right now. They're fighting in their remaining time. Okay, there can be idea of like, yeah, this kick is going to work out. King has to drop back now, and
yes.
this
The
is a
rook.
draw. This is a draw unless someone goes wrong.
Uh, but what I think, according to this arena time control, maybe continuing the game for so much time is not the best idea because you want to play maximum games in the meantime.
That's true. I mean, yeah, from competitive perspective, that's good. But from
Yes.
individual game perspective, I still believe both have
They,
done really
they
well.
should they should play the game till the last. That's for sure.
Yes. From that perspective, I'm just trying to put my opinion.
Yes, sure.
Oh, okay, fine. I mean, black is, black must have got confused if the rook has came near to the king, and this is contributing to their time right now. Oh, wow. This ex this is being exploited, but the check can defend this easily.
Yes.
Wait. Oh,
Oh,
black is under time pressure, but we cannot make a comment. And even the rook is falling now.
White had a lot of time. White should have
Yeah.
taken time. They had an extra minute.
Check. Yeah. And white is in a check. Oh, wait. Okay, the pawn was guarding. Now the rook is gone. I think black is winning in 16 seconds. How are they going to convert this position into a victory? There's tremendous time pressure on the black, but they are
Yes.
completely winning. I think white has collapsed after a very strong fight and a battle on the board. Yes. But what if white has to do, like black has to do a checkmate in just 15, let's say in 15 moves, with in 15 seconds with just a rook and a king? I think that is going to make this game more interesting for the viewers.
With its game in last global chess league.
Yes, the same thing happened.
uh,
And there can be the ideas of stalemate, and like a lot things can take place right now.
yes.
A lot of things can take place in reality right now.
Mm.
I think now black should be okay after.
Because there is a 3 second increment as well there,
Yes,
so it should
that
be fine.
increment is keeping the black into the game till now.
Yes. 10 seconds.
Oh, kid play fast. Yes, king g3. It's okay. I mean, wait, even pawn f2 could have been good, but
Yes,
oh,
ladder.
pawn f2, king there, and then yeah. I mean, just promote a queen and then go with the ladder checkmate or
Ladder
anything
mate,
normal.
the most classical mate.
There is a topic in chess which is called as thinking backwards, where you first try to go to you try to get the position that you know how to play in. So even if you have advantage, you still need to get those two rooks if your coach has just taught you that topic, and you're still in the journey of learning many other topics which are like which has not came to your way yet. Then you need to learn how to think backwards. Whatever you have
Yes,
learned, you should be able to get your game in that position first in order to simply convert it into a win.
exactly. That must be there. And when they will get mastered to this blitz format, they will just pre-move all these things. The ladder
Yes.
pattern.
I'm sure now black will convert it. But
Yes.
you observe that the white has came almost on the same time with the black right now.
That's for sure.
Oh, queen e2 and then rook d1 could have been better.
I think the many requests are there.
Yeah, we are just going to take on it. Let's just complete this game for the sake. Because still, it's the battle is still taking place, right? We are quickly going to dive on that all of the requests that has been there.
Yes.
Okay, come on, just finish it off.
No.
Okay.
That was a
Rook check
stalemate,
and
right?
then yeah. Yes, good work.
Uh,
So black. I think this was one of those fighting games that we do not want to miss upon. Let's take on the next request now.
yes.
Yes, I think there has been a lot of requests actually. Let's go with the request of Arav. Oh, this Arav UK or not sure. Yeah, Arav UK, I guess.
Arab UK. Yes.
Yeah.
It is Arab.
So Arav is playing from the pieces of black against Arjun playing from the pieces of white. What is your take on this position?
I think black is doing really, really good in this position because somehow I can see white is just hanging the pieces. That is a thing to worry about, and maybe black can just checkmate in a couple of moves, like knight c.
Knight c2, the double check could have been really strong in the position we see. And what is the biggest culprit why the kids are losing is not castling and leaving their king in the center. Like you just castle and you just see the beauty. Your game will
Yes,
change by a very good extension. It will
sure.
improve for good.
The king
There's a
safety
double
is really
check. Yeah. King d2 now?
yes. King d2 is forced.
Yes. And knight b3 could have been a mate if the pawn rook wouldn't have been there.
Yes, true.
I think black can still take their time because they have, extensive material on the board right now, which is like they have surpassed white in terms of material. They can still play slowly, just capitalize on some more things to simplify, and then they can do. Okay, should we take on the next request? Because this seems like a clear win for the black hero.
Yes, Arab is clearly winning. Let's see the other request.
Yes, let's take on some other game because there's no fighting on the board right now. It is a one-sided game.
Yes.
Okay, let's take on the game of okay, Nithilin. Okay, so Nithilin is playing from the pieces of blacks, and Devardhan is playing from the pieces of white. Okay, so one side has lost their queen. It is the
Yes.
white.
Uh,
Here also we
but
see, okay, the king is yet in the center.
white is worse here Not in the terms of material especially, but because of the king safety. Because black can just long castle and rook e8 just over, game over.
Yes, that's quite true. Rook e8 is just going to finish up this game. They have given a bit of space and they might be trying to just get that rook on the open file, trying to skewer, winning the rook. But there's knight covering the square, queen covering,
Queen
so they
also
need to be
there.
careful. If they're preparing rook g8, they have to be careful before putting their move in. And a very good thing by the black castling at the right time. I think this has made a big difference in the position.
Fork is threatened on e7. Rook e8 check can be a good move.
Yes.
Knight e7 and
Yes.
g8 rook is fine.
G8 rook is now falling and it's being now attacked twice. Black is guarding it twice, but we need to see now. Knight captures this is like the easiest thing they can do. Seems fine. Hmm. Okay. The rook has went back. There's a queen check on the board. The position seems fine. I guess the white is going to lose it really, really soon after few moves.
Yes, queen e2 and rook moves, but still not a straightforward checkmate right now.
Yes, it's not a straightforward one. Like the rook needs to first change its position, right? And once
Yes,
the rook changes its position, then you can like go for the you can still like you can continue to like pound on that rook more and more. And though white is trying to do something, but that's not enough in this position, is what I'm understanding.
yes, true. Rook
It's not enough.
even, rook even from white, and some pressure on the black knight.
Oh, queen takes pawn. There's no threat of rook d1 right now, so you first take the pawn and try to put this idea again and again.
Rook e1 is still on the board, and rook e1 black is forced to play bishop
Yeah,
e6 on rook.
yes, that's true. Now there is a mate in 1 on f1.
Yes,
White needs to be careful here to defend this back rank. But you can't take your rook back to the back rank, right?
yes, it's not possible even. Maybe pushing the pawn.
Gone. Queen takes his. Even this is. The both moves were a checkmate. All the three moves were a mate. Good game by the black here. Wonderful show. Let's take on the next request now. Okay, now we are going to take the game of Zian. His username is This Chess Player. So Zian is playing from the pieces of black. Vivan is playing from the pieces of white.
Yes,
And we
the chess.
see. Yes.
Central passed pawns.
Yes. I mean, black is having a very strong center, right? If they have like 3 pawns in the center, what can you expect? And then this battery, queen and the rook battery is putting, catastrophic pressure even on f2. So if the queen, gets misplaced by the white, queen takes f2 is another threat.
Yes, maybe they should triple down on this battery, and pushing the h and g pawns can be useful. Great moves. Queen f3. Yes.
Queen f3 is there, then the queen can take. There's a lot. I mean, see, this position can lead to a queen endgame as well and a rook endgame as well. So this is also going to be worth watching. And apart from that, when we look at this position, what white can do, I think white's rook are quite inactive, right? The rook
Yes,
shouldn't
maybe
be
they
on
should
the
push their
closed
a pawn.
files. Yeah. A
pawn.
file pawn is a direct passer. They should try to convert something out of this pawn.
A file and b file pawns are the pass pawns for white, in fact.
Yes, that's true. So white, white is offering a queen trade in this position. Black moved. Why black? Okay. Black is threatening, but queen can simply take this pawn back. Now, what is good in that?
Yes, that's the lack of verification of moves.
What?
In
Queen
between
takes
move.
queen is there. Yes.
Enter.
And then there's in between intermezzo check, and then now you take the queen. I think
Yes.
now black is completely winning here. There's nothing left in the position. You are taking on h3 if needed. Then you can even try to target c3 because it's a double backward pawn. You can go on the a2. A2 can be covered with a4, but then b3 is another weakness. This doesn't look good for the white right now. I think white needs to now use their passers to create some counterplay. Otherwise, it is going to be too late.
Yes.
And then when there is rook b8, then they can think of pawn to b4, and then suddenly, they should just keep on rolling and build pressure against the black. Otherwise, it won't take long for the black to collapse white completely.
Maybe sacrifice one of the pawns. C pawn they can't protect, so maybe they should focus on pushing the pawns.
Pushing, because if these two connected pawns manages to reach on the 6th rank, then one rook won't be enough to stop it.
Yes, b5.
That is a
Suppose they
general
play
principle.
b5, rook c4, a5. It's a bit slow.
True. Oh, I think they have given too many pawns. Now black can defend. They did give the pawn, but they gave too many pawns here.
Yes.
The
And also
connected
the
pawns
active.
could have guarded. The connected pawns could have guarded and marched further, right? And we see
Yes.
that the kid gave 3 pawns in a row after already being a rook down. And now I think it's a very winning position for the black here. Nothing
Maybe we
big
can.
left. Yeah. We can take on the next request, right?
Exactly.
Now let's take on the request of Parth. Okay, so Parth is playing from the pieces of white. Mr. Chess Forever is playing from the pieces of black. And this
Great.
is an early opening middle game right now.
Yes.
I felt like bishop to h4 could have been slightly stronger, but then even the black can do the same thing that we discussed earlier during the stream,
Yes.
right? So
Maybe
only this is
just.
that move which can avoid.
What about bishop f6, queen f6, knight d5? Is that an option to look out for? Bishop instead of bishop f6 and knight d5. And then pawn c3, just preventing the black knight from coming to d4.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a possibility here. But like, let's say takes. If black takes with this pawn, then I'm not really sure about it. If queen takes, then definitely that idea works really like a charm here. It has it has a lot of venom actually, because again, first you take with the tempo, then you get the tempo on the queen, then you again prevent that knight play, and that completely fixes the white's game. Okay, the game has progressed a bit.
This is a mistake.
Yes. Why
Bishop
didn't they
h3.
took on h3? Yes, bishop h3 is the move. Do something with the knight, queen comes in, and there's a mate. Okay. The kids need to use their time what they have got.
Time management should be improved. Yes, verification and
Yes.
time management, very important things.
Especially in
a
the bleeds, you have to control your nerves, because half of the time you will panic. Especially when you are a kid, you are going to panic due to the time pressure, right? So I think the good thing about the bleeds is even if you go into the extreme time pressure, you learn to control those nerves, and that is the only advantage of the bleeds that I know. You control your nerves better.
Yes. In the coaches arena, I can remember I was playing with the username Killer Gaurav, and the first game I was paired with Siddhant sir, and in that game I was also having a time pressure, but because I mastered with the nerves, I was able to convert that. Yes.
Definitely. The bleeds and bullet can teach you that controlling your nerves, not panicking in pressurizing situations, and then coming as a rock in it.
Yes.
Yeah, coming out as a rock and dominating. Yeah. White's pieces are quite undeveloped. On the other side, black needs to maybe castle at some point. And can you see the active rook of the black along this a file? I know currently it might not be of good utility, but in the end game, the same rook can, can turn out that X factor for the player.
Yes, king h8, f5, rook f6, rook g6, maybe.
Doable.
They are trying it.
For the other, for the white, the recommendation is to just trade down your queens quickly. So even if your
Yes.
king safety is compromised, without the queen, your opponent won't be able to checkmate you easily, and that's one of the advices you can take. On the other hand, black played the f pawn, and they're looking to open up the f file, and they're looking to put pressure on f3 as far as I can see. Okay, this seems really good because now black has no checks right now on the white king, and the trade can be avoided by queen h4, right?
Maybe queen captures, pawn captures e4, f captures e4, bishop f3. Is it there?
Yes, that can be done.
Right.
Because the rook and bishop can attack together on f3, right?
Yes. Now they are doing it. Yes.
Yes. And this eventually turns out into a skewer, and then okay.
Let's see.
This is a fork. Oh, kids can play a bit slower, right? There was a beautiful tactic in the position where you just capture this f3 pawn, and you have a wonderful fork in the position, and you just win. But black decided to trade down the queens. That was quite unexpected. Even though black is better, but now they need to play ample amount of moves to convert it into a complete victory. It won't be as easy as what we discussed. But yeah, even if black still wants to continue, they can like just double up their rooks along the f file, put pressure on this weak pawn. That all seems like a very good choice for the black.
Yes, that's for sure.
They can still think of rook f8.
Rook f8. Rook f8.
Yes.
Breaking with the pawn at some.
Oh, white managed to stop it at the right time. Wait.
Yes.
Is there a possibility? Is there a tactic here? Rook check. Yes. No, it's not that good, maybe.
Not that good, but still a way to break in the position.
Yes, especially if you have more material, you can just simplify the position, right? Even by doing such kind of situations where if, let's say, here, black just wait. When they played the pawn, now let's say rook to g4. Yes, the king cannot manage to go away, so pawn takes us, let's say, forced. And then you take here. You might lose a pawn in the process, but you simplify faster, right?
And h5 pawn is not going to be saved at that time.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
What can white do right now? White can, because black pieces are currently placed on the king side, white can think of, doing something on this side of the board, the queen side. Because seems like, even though the number of pawns are equal, but if they somehow need to think of getting this bishop into the game.
Yes, true.
Even though the bishop has active diagonal, but it's not contributing. Oh, yes, that can contribute to the defense actually. And then the rook can play a free game.
Yes, maybe king h3 they want to play, and then rook g1.
Yes, that could be a very solid option actually. There can be a skewer and everything. Like there are a lot of tactics now. Actually, using the bishop for the defense could be a very good option against the battery. That's what I felt. But black needs to be careful right now. Oh. Wait, but does that gives...
Oh, oops.
The rook is going to fall after the skewer, but then... They need to be careful. Like, how do you stop this pawn now?
With a skewer, maybe. H2
skewer and then you take, yeah, skewer is the way. If they push the pawn, there's rook h8 skewer as you said, and then you just take the pawn. I mean, white can come back into the game, but if anything felt apart, I mean, On the other hand, black
If the rook
black
was
can
there.
think of, yeah, the pawn is currently around. Otherwise, black can think of like something sort of
Lucena,
Lucina.
something like a Lucena.
Yes, you need to make that bridge and you need to shut down, and then suddenly you can come in. But the king can also then come around now. Even the king
Yes.
g1 is a possibility if the rook got on h5 or something. Skewer, and the pawn is off. Rook h8 skewer. Where is the king going to move? G5, right? And you just take the pawn and you just be better than your opponent. And this is, I think, one of the first times when we are witnessing a bad bishop doing a good job, right?
Yes. It's a
I
defender
mean,
of the position.
yes. I mean, White suddenly got that bishop into the game and managed to fight against that battery, which forced the and Black understood at that point that that battery is not going to give much contribution afterwards. So they moved the rook, and that created the chance for the White to get that tactic, that skewer on the board, and then there is another skewer, and then White is completely fine after all this. White can end up, winning this. Also, Black is running in the time pressure, so now it's going to be a challenging position for the Black. But what would you suggest for the Black here to continue from this position? Let's say.
First of all, White is not seeing the move rook h8 check, picking up the pawn, so
Hmm.
that's a good news for Black. Essentially, there aren't really ideas. Rook f6, yeah. So this is the only
Rook,
idea. Rook f6, rook h6.
yes. But still the skewer and you lose the pawn idle piece. I mean, now, if you notice, now White finally figured it out when Black figured out to defend it. So,
Right.
yes,
Checkmate.
Rook g4. Yeah,
Yes.
good game by White. Very good comeback, actually. I'm really impressed to see this kind of games by kids. Now we are going to take the game of Aryavansh. Uh, yeah. So Aryavansh is playing against Mr. Chess Forever. What a coincidence! Just now we have witnessed the game of this kid, and we took the request of Aryavansh, and Mr. Chess Forever is taking against him. So Aryavansh is playing white. Chess Forever. We have just recently seen his game. He was playing from black and just lost the game. Now we need to see this. There is a Roy Lopez on the board right now. Exchange Roy Lopez. Knight takes e5. Then there is Queen d4. Queen d4 is the move here. Queen d4 forks the pawn and the knight at once, and then there can be idea of bishop c4, and you can threaten sort of a mate. But if knight f3, then you need to first save the queen. But queen takes e4, queen e2, you trade, you lose the privilege of castling. Black can have slight advantage in it.
Oh, not a great
I think
move.
queen e4 is more stronger in this, but yeah, it's not.
Oh,
Now this
great
doesn't
move.
even allows you to get the scholars on the board and you're a pawn down. I think white actually just concreted or cemented their knight by playing d4 in the position. That was a very good move by them.
Maybe just pawn f4 as oh.
There's like a pawn losing move, but pawn f4 could have been a strong move, but then they need to deal with queen g4 with queen h4 with queen pawn g3. Okay,
Yes.
it's doable, I mean, but the king side will be completely open, right? Then white maybe have to
Queen
think
side
of castling on the queen side. And oh, is there a possibility of if the knight would have been here, then you get your bishop here and then there's a mating threat?
Yes.
Bishop comes around. Black just needs to develop a knight, putting more pressure on the pawn and preparing their castle. I think now both players looks a bit stabilized from that early opening skirmish.
F3. Oh,
Skewered.
yeah. That's also a good move. Bishop d4.
How are they going to respond? That's the thing I'm trying to find out right now. Are they looking to go for queen f4 sort of, a bit of forward move? Are they willing to take the queen back? Not bad
In
either.
between. In
In
between.
between, yeah. Actually, this can be one of the good ideas in the position. I completely agree with you here. This is an in between move somewhere. Wait,
Oh,
I'm just thinking of pawn e5 here somehow. Is pawn e5
e5,
was pawn e5 a possibility earlier before the castle?
pawn e5, queen captures g2, and
Queen
then
captures g2. Okay, yeah, that's
rook
correct.
f1 we will have to play.
Rook
Otherwise,
f1. And no,
e5
no, no,
was a
no.
good.
Yes. So then I think white did the good stuff. Queen comes
Queen
in. Well done. Because if you move the pawn, then you lose your rook for a bishop, which is like exchange down position, which is not recommended for anyone to play in. Oh, the tournament is already ended. Did you observe it? I
Yes,
think
I,
today kids played really well. Let's announce the winners of the tournament.
yes.
So, uh, all the viewers now, the tournament has ended. Swayam has got the 10th position with 12 points. Sanvi has got ninth position with 13 points. Bombastic Turtles has got 8th position with 14 points. Afnan has got 7th position with 15 points. Parth has got 6th position with 17 points. Daishnavi has got 5th position with 17 points. Atvik has got 18th, 4th position with 18 points. Newborn has got 3rd position with 20 points. Raghav has got second position with 20 points. Top Master has got first position with 20 points.
20
Wow.
points. Very tough competition
Just
there.
look at the leaderboard. There is not a big difference from the 10th position to the first position, right? Just a minute
Yes.
difference of 8 points.
And
And
top
yes,
so top three, they are having the same amount of points, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, that's there.
yes. So the reason why the top master has got the first position is because this kid has not lost a single game against anyone, and he has
Yes.
managed to get this 100% of win
It
rate.
went.
While when you look at the Raghav's profile, he has lost his first game to Manvik, and because of that, he has the win rate of 86%. So he got
Yeah.
second position in the tournament by the system itself. The third position has gone to Newborn Canton, but yes, even though he has an 88% of win rate, which is more than the Raghav, but Raghav has played less amount of games and he has played more, he has won more amount of games. He has played less and he has played more, you know, he has utilized his time wisely during the game. That has been
Yes.
one of the reasons why he's on the second position. Also, Newborn Cantor has more rating.
Oh yes,
Raghav
that's
has,
true.
yeah. I mean, this is the algorithm of leeches, how they place. We'll definitely go through this once. We congratulate to all the winners of the tournament. You guys have given a very tough show, a very good competition. We congratulate all the participants as well for at least participating, carrying good experience for yourself, and this experience will help you to build yourself into a strong player in your future tournaments and future games. Thank you so much, Coach Neera, for tuning into this stream and making it a joyful, you know, and a pleasant experience for our viewers. Is there anything you would like to share through this platform?
Uh, So congratulations to all the winners as well as the participants equally. Uh, this time, from the last time, I've seen that the competition was much tougher and there was tie breaks in the top three list. So it was nice to see that, and the fighting games which we saw today, the kids not giving up till the last, playing up to the last, and when their knowledge will get enhanced, when they will try to apply the things more, we will have much bigger fights upcoming in the our upcoming arenas. I think it's true, right? So
Yes.
it was a great time to be in this stream. So yes, thanks Abhishek. It was a great time.
Thank you for sharing the stage with us. We are ending the stream, viewers. If you liked the work that we are doing right now, please like the stream, show your love to us by liking the stream, and please subscribe to the channel. So next time, whenever we go live, you will get notified by the YouTube itself through its application, and you will never miss any of our streams in the coming time. That's it for today. Take care till then. Bye and have a great time.
Bye.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooter's gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. Grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me,